Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope everyone had a happy holiday. So, I liked Soul a lot. With Pixar, you can usually expect the movie to be pretty good. This one is by no means one of their classics, like Toy Story, The Incredibles, but I was still really into it. I thought it was cool having a story about a guy who just learns to appreciate life. There were a couple things that didn't quite work for me, so I'll go through that first. First off, the beginning of the movie was kind of confusing. Like, we aren't really introduced to the world of the souls having their own life and how that whole thing works. So when we're just thrown into it, it feels a little jarring. This gets better as the movie goes on and they explain a little bit more of what's going on here, but seeing the guy just fall and turn into a soul was just a little abrupt for me. The other thing that bothered me a bit was how forced the ending felt. I thought that him sacrificing his life in order to have 22 to be able to live her life could have been a really powerful ending. And I was into that as the ending. But then they were like, wow, Joe, you did a great thing, and we're inspired. You get a second chance. It almost felt like they just wimped out of having him sacrifice himself, which I think would have been a much better ending. But those are really just nitpicks, because the movie's pretty awesome. Like I said, Pixar usually knows what they're doing, and they've only had like 2 busts in their 25-year run, so it's usually pretty good. Once we were out of like the soul world and we were back to the real world, and we saw Joe and 22 walking around, and having 22 learn about how great life can be was where the movie really thrived. I feel like it's easy to forget to appreciate life sometimes with everything going on, and this movie served as a great reminder of that, and that was really my favorite part, is that they just showed how great life can be and how it's really easy to lose sight of that. The voice acting and animation was also really good. Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey had a lot of chemistry, and Tina Fey was very funny as always.
I'm with, tell her, okay? And then your family says, oh, your mom, you need to calm down. And then you start to feel powerless. And that is when you need to dip a grilled cheese into the cake.
I'm almost certain she was behind the Knicks joke. I think the movie could have just used some more time to flesh out the characters and the story. For example, I think if they fleshed out like the villain character a little bit better, and if they gave Joe some more time on Earth, I think the movie would have stuck with me a little bit more. I think overall the movie was pretty good, but probably not something I'd watch again, and my guess is it'll be like Onward, and I'll forget about it within a couple weeks. I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10. Pretty good, but not a Pixar classic. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.